our beloved Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Anas reports that when he entered Medina, every single thing in Medina illuminated. And then when he died, everything in it became dull, dark. And as soon as they finished burying him, as Anas mentions, their hearts began to grieve due to love for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For indeed those who lived with him loved him dearly, to the extent that they would not care if their necks were cut off, as long as not one thorn pricked Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We ask the Almighty Lord that He unites us with the prophets, the saints, the righteous and the truthful on the day of resurrection. Tonight, inshaAllah ta'ala, I was approached by some brothers reminding us that we were on a certain strategy last year, which is 4 weeks on, which is lessons, and 1 week open forum, which is the 5th week. Every 5th week is an open forum. And I said, please, can you resume this once again? I said, not a problem, inshaAllah ta'ala. However, as I was in the bookstore, I was flipping through some books, and my eyes caught this book, which is only a small little summarized book, which consists of approximately 10 pages. 10 pages, however, there are golden rules, issues regarding the intermingling between the two sexes. And seeing that our previous lessons related to this topic, which is the devilish arrows of Satan and how to destroy it, we will inshaAllah ta'ala like to mention the issues that the scholars have mentioned and explain very briefly each issue regarding the prohibition of mingling between two sexes, what is allowed or what is not allowed. So inshallah we will try to do this very quickly, and then we will inshallah open the room for discussion. And we should understand that this is the work of the scholars, most of the scholars. In other words, the majority of scholars' opinion is mentioned in here. So we will begin inshallah ta'ala. As the author mentions, it should be borne in mind that the following forms of ikhtilat, which is mingling, mixing males and females, the following forms of ikhtilat are forbidden, not disliked, listen carefully, are forbidden. Let us see number one. Number one is women mingling with their paternal male cousins, or women mingling with their maternal male cousins. In other words, both types are haram. You are not allowed to mingle with your cousins. Oh lady, dear beloved sister, dear beloved brother, it falls on you as well. You are not allowed to mingle, to mix with your male relatives, nor are you allowed to mix with your female relatives without any exemption. Meaning, if you go to a gathering, you don't say, they're my cousins, it is all right. I can sit, talk, laugh, joke and play with them. You are not allowed to do this. You are not allowed to do this. And Islamic sitting, segregation is that the males sit separately and the females sit separately. They do not mix together, one big bunch collectively, as though they're all maharim on each other. Any person that is not your mahram, keep far away. Keep far away. Even though he's your cousin, even though she's your cousin, because you are allowed to marry this person. And any person you are allowed to marry, there could be ignition there from Satan. He could ignite the forbidden gaze and thus lust, instinct desire will be created in that heart of yours. And all these weeks that passed, the last 3 or 4 weeks will be mentioning this, warning against this. So do not say they're my cousins, there's no problem. There's a major problem there. A major problem. Your cousins you can marry. So you are not allowed to mingle with them with the excuse, oh, they're my cousins, they're my blood. Blood is death, it's destruction. And it could lead to all illicit promiscuity. Number 3, the wife's mingling with her brother-in-law. And that, as we mentioned last week, as the hadith says, إِيَّاكُمْ وَالدُّخُولَ عَلَى النِّسَاءِ فَقَالَ رَجُلٌ مِّنَ الْأَنصَارِ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ أَرَأَيْتَ الْحَمْوَةَ فَقَالَ الْحَمْوُ الْمَوْتِ. Beware of approaching, sitting in audiences where there is only woman or woman. And a man from the Ansar said, Ya Rasulullah, what about the brother-in-law? The in-laws? He goes, that is death. That is destruction. And how many people today are lenient towards this? But it's only my brother-in-law. Or the husband, he's only my brother. He can take her out, for example, on a journey to the doctor. He can take her shopping. He's allowed to enter my house. My brother is not allowed to enter my house when I'm not home. His house is like my house. This is the poison arrow that he throws at you. That my brother, he cannot enter my house when I'm not there. It's his sister-in-law. It's my wife. He's my brother. Big deal, they say. Big deal? You can lead that person and that person, both of them, to destruction. That's what the hadith says. Al-hamu al-maut, death, destruction. It can lead you to an eternal punishment if you're not careful. There is no leniency here. There is no leniency. Your brother can end up being with your wife in the worst of ways. And how many times has this happened? How many situations and cases that come to you and say, Wallah, my brother done this to me. Well, of course he did this to you. You allowed him to do this to you. You allowed him. You've given him the key to do this to you. Why did you allow him in the house without you being there? But he's my brother. If he's your brother, but take the advice. Take the golden advice from this beautiful narration. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. You will be the cause of this. And you will be considered a person, the husband, if he allows his brother to enter the house while he's not there, while his wife is there, you will be called a dayyuth. And a dayyuth is the one who does not care whether men talk to his wife, she talks to men. This person in English is called a what? A cuckold. A dayyuth. And he's cursed. And as the hadith mentions, he will not enter paradise. When a man allows his wife to be talking with other men, men talking to her, not a problem. They're my brothers. Or they're my cousins. Or they're my friends. She's your wife. She's your wife. She's a weak person. They're weak people. Anything could partake, anything. The venom of Satan is powerful. It's powerful. If you are not careful, you do not take care of that precious pearl of yours,